Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're doing another M15 Swiss draft. We've got Obnixilis Unshackled. Seems like a pretty powerful dude. 6 mana, 4/4 flying, trample. When stuff dies, it gets bigger. When an opponent searches, they have to sack a creature and lose 10 life. Jeez, it's pretty harsh. I think we can pretty easily take him. And Soul Artifact, very cool and interesting card. Big pair of scissors walking around on it. Interesting picture idea. Hunt the Weak, good removal for green. Invasive Species, good green creature. I guess we're passing sort of a blue signal and green signal with this pack. Not much of anything else. Follow-up pick. Well, let's see here. Pretty weak in the uncommon front with the Staff of the Flame Magus and Staff of the Sun Magus. Waste Not. It's a pretty tough card to play in this format, I would say. Well, what's the best card here we've got? Wall of Mulch is pretty good. Undergrowth Scavenger. Divination is of course fine. I wouldn't mind blue-black so much. I do definitely like the allied colors in this format just because they've got that uncommon cycle that really rewards you for going down that path. I'm cool with a Divination. I'm not like thrilled about it, but Divination is certainly a fine and playable card. I guess it's certainly not an exciting second pick, but there's no black in here that's really motivating me to stay on point, and Divination's fine. Okay, so now we have Flesh to Dust, which I think is going to be a clear pick. We also have Carrion Crow. Dissipate's pretty good. Willforged Golem, Inferno Fist, of course, in red. Elvish Mystic in green. A lot of really good cards in here, actually, but pretty easy Flesh to Dust. I very much like to be able to make Obnixilis work if possible, so let's take the removal. Alright, next. Looks like we get some more removal. Going to take the Ulcerate, likely. There's also Tinker in here in blue, Invasive Species in green. Not getting any worse. Got some decent red stuff, too. I wouldn't mind going back to black-red if that works out. But for now, let's definitely just stay on point with black and pick up some nice, cheap removal spells. Okay. So now choices. We have Constricting Sliver in white, which is actually removal and really good. We've got Willforged Golem, which is colorless, is usually pretty playable. I mean, you could probably even splash for Constricting Sliver since it straight up exiles a creature, you know, until it leaves or whatever. Necromancer's Assistant is fine, not terribly exciting. I think I'd rather have the Willforged Golem. Let's take the Golem. I don't know if we necessarily need to go into white. I guess we could. I mean, maybe the 5th pick Constricting Sliver is a sign that nobody's in white. Could be. I haven't done black-white yet. Alright, let's give it a go. I like Willforged Golem a lot, but I'm going to take the Sliver here. Just on a hunch, maybe white's open if 5th pick Constricting Sliver is going. Okay. So now we could take a Sungrace Pegasus. That's definitely a good white card. There's also Rot Feaster Maggot in black, which is fine. Sanctified Charge, which is pretty good too. But let's take the Pegasus. I like it. Flies, lifelink. What more can you ask for, honestly? For a 2-drop. Okay. So, yeah. Warden of the Beyond. It's interesting. Played that before. Oppressive Raise is actually a good card. I think maybe a couple people have said I overvalue it, but I think it's a great card, actually. I like it early. I like it mid-game. If they're ever tapped out, it straight up takes that creature out of combat for a turn. Oppressive Raise is a legitimately good card, in my opinion. Especially against aggro if you don't have a lot going on early. What better way to shut down an early creature? I guess I'll take it. There's really nothing else crazy good in that pack. Alright, Sacred Armory. I haven't yet to play this. I've played against it. I think it's actually a good card. I mean, amazing late game card. Which is familiar though, just might be the pick because 2 to 3 mana 2/3s are typically good in most limited formats, and I think this is no exception. That's a late sanctified charge too, but I think I'd rather have the Witch's Familiar. I like this card. Alright, Necrobite seems legit, but I think we're going Heliod's Pilgrim. We already have a target for it in Oppressive Rays, and I think I'm just a little more interested in it, so Pilgrim it is. Can probably hide the Divination. See if we can't make this black-white thing work. Fester Gloom's a good sideboard option to have against the X1 decks. I'll take it. Another Heliod's Pilgrim. I'm fine with that. Some pretty good late blue stuff, but Chrono Stutter, I don't know. Hasn't seen much play, but I think it's a fine card. No, let's take the Solemn Offering this time around as a sideboard. I've already got one Fester Gloom, so we'll take a Solemn Offering for sideboard. It's probably main deckable, to be honest. Take another blue card. Alright, so pretty decent pack one. Got some good removal. I've got some search guys for nice auras. Battlefield Forge, I see. Let's see here. We've got Midnight Guard, but I think I'd prefer the Carrion Crow since it flies. And Boonweaver Giant, currently not all that good in our deck, but yeah, Carrion Crow's great. Get some evasion. I guess I shouldn't. Maybe great is kind of a overstatement there, but it's certainly playable when you're in black. As in terms of most powerful cards in the pack, probably Frostlink's Invasive Species, Krinko's Enforcer. So off-color stuff, unfortunately, but that's alright. Carrion Crow will do. Gravedigger. Now, it's very interesting seeing Gravedigger as an uncommon. I think I'm just used to seeing that card as a common. Second Flush to Dust, I think, is just going to be the pickup. Otherwise, I would have loved to... I'm so desperately trying to make this Zathrid's Slyblade make it into a deck that I'm playing, and I never get it. And actually, I would really love to have it with the white, because the white in this format really gets some nice auras. And this guy would just be insane with that Mark of Honor, giving him Vigilance and +2/+2, and then out of nowhere, First Strike Death Touch. And he can do it on defense or offense. That would be really good. But yeah, I think we got to take the Flesh to Dust. That's just too good of removal to pass up. A little bit disappointing, not that I'm getting Flesh to Dust, but that I'm passing cards that I would really like to have for this deck, like Gravedigger and Zathrid's Slyblade. But could possibly get lucky, table one of them, or it maybe we'll even, you know, more likely table this Offshade, which I would happily play as well. Okay. So picks, now I've got a Johnny's Pridemate with the Sungrace Pegasus. That alone is a pretty good reason to do it. There's also more life gain in black, so I think I can get behind the Pridemate. Let's look what else is in here. Caustic Tar is a cool card. Haven't had to go up against it too much, but certainly I think it's a playable card, definitely. Willforged Golem, mentioned before, good card. Oppressive Rays, I like it obviously. Gargoyle Sentinel is good that we could play, but let's take the Pridemate. It's early enough where we could pick up some more Pegasus or, I don't know, more life gain in some form. There's that aura that gives lifelink too. That could be good. Another Ulcerate? I'm trying to think how many of these you can play before it starts getting too dangerous. I'm not sure. I don't think we're at that point yet, so I guess I'm still comfortable taking a second one. But what else is good in here? Shadowcloak Vampire is a card I've come to like quite a bit. Gargoyle Sentinel, once again, very good. Midnight Guard, certainly playable. Let's get this Ulcerate in there. Okay. Bloodhost has some great interaction with the Johnny's Pridemate, so I can totally get behind that. It is another 5-drop, but I think in this case, I'm cool with that. I actually just like this card in general, so I'm perfectly fine picking it up here. Otherwise, Witch's Familiar, yeah. Divine Favor. Actually, Divine Favor would be good too. It's a Pilgrim, but there's a, you know, reasonable chance we table it, right? How many picks are left in here? 4, 8, 11. So 8 picks later, weakest 3 cards in the pack. Probably Naturalize, Statute of Denial, and maybe Divine Favor. Depends on how many people are in white, I guess. But let's take the Blood Host. Obelisk of Erd. Let's take a look at creature continuity at all. Do we have any? Pegasus, Cat Soldier, Zombie Bird, Human Cleric. I haven't found anything that's the same yet. Vampire, Demons. We're just a mishmash of everything. I don't think we can make Obelisk work in here. We could just take the Sable. I guess Tireless Missionaries works better with the Pride Mate, but it's just not a very good card in general, so I prefer to not play it, whereas Bronze Sable at least comes down early and can potentially turn on artifact-oriented cards. Alright, got a Zoff Shade here. There's also Divine Favor, which we can still search up with our Heliod's Pilgrims. But we currently don't have a 4-drop, so I'm a little more interested in the Zoff Shade, who's actually a pretty decent card. Ephemeral Shields, Battle Mastery. Battle Mastery is searchable with Heliod's Pilgrim, something to keep in mind. I don't think we have any real good creatures with it. Oh, I take that back. I guess it's pretty good on Ob Nixilis, but come on, let's be honest. It's a little overkill at that point, don't you think? I guess it's pretty good with Sungrace Pegasus, but I don't know. Ephemeral Shields is a card I just like a lot because you can play it for free. I think it's good. So I'm going to take that over the Necrobite and the Battle Mastery. Geez, pretty good late blue stuff. Ornithopter, sure. Tireless Missionaries. We've already got enough 5-drops. I really don't think I'm going to be playing the Mercenaries. Or Missionaries, excuse me. Let's take the Mind Rot, I guess, for sideboard. It's potential. Alright. Unfortunately, it didn't table the black cards that I wanted, but we did get the Zoff Shade, I guess, which we were kind of expecting. Once you start getting multiple shades, though, it's not all that good. I guess Blastfire Bolt can be good here. Hammerhand, I keep having people play Broodkeeper and then kick my ass with a Hammerhand, but I guess I don't learn my lesson. I'm going to take the Blastfire Bolt. Alright, get a Tyrant's Machine pretty late. That's a pretty respectable card. I've played it before. Oh yeah, did I not count the land in that pack? I was right about the Statute, though. Not the I said some other card instead of the Negate, though. I'm actually going to take the Negate because it's much better against us than Statute, since we have a lot of, good and sometimes cheap removal. Alright, Meditation Puzzle, yes, that also works with Pride Mate, but I'm not really into it. Alright, so we're at 19 cards going into pack 3. I'm not unhappy with this. I think we're looking... Oh my god, that's weird. Well, okay. Ob Nixilis number 2. Cannot deny that. And it's a foil, too, which is cool. Siege Dragon just chilling in here as well. Let's see here. Sacred Armory, obviously, still probably acceptable in here. Pretty good with Sungrace Pegasus. Sanctified Charge is good, but a little bit short on creatures to make that work. And it's a pretty awkward card alongside stuff like Zoff Shade that want you to use your mana in other ways. Yeah, let's just go ahead and slam dunk this second Ob Nixilis. He is legendary, so there will be no dream living of multiple Ob Nixilis out at one time. Preeminent Captain, but I don't think we even have any good soldiers, so I think we're just going to be slamming this Accursed Spirit. But I'm just going to look and see anyway. Yeah, I don't even think we have one soldier in here, so he's still fine as a 2/2 first strike, but I'd rather have the evasive, curve-fitting Accursed Spirit. Okay, Pillar of Light is reasonable removal. Rogue's Gloves. Let's take a look at our evasion. We're rocking a Pegasus, a Crow, a Cursed Spirit, and double Ob Nixilis. But I'd say if we got to Ob Nixilis point, Rogue's Gloves is kind of a moot point. I can get behind Midnight Guard just because, like I said earlier, 3 mana 2/3s are fine. Otherwise, Pillar of Light's fine too. But I kind of like the Midnight Guard for buying us time to land, because Zoff Shades get real good in the late game, so these turn into legit win cons, turns 7 and 8 and stuff like that. So I just want to buy some time and get a kind of a good workhorse creature in Midnight Guard. Pillar of Light is totally good too, but I'm going to take the Midnight Guard. Well, I would have gotten one of those Merc Lurkers had I stuck with the old black-white plan, but that's okay. So Razorfoot Griffin's an option, and it does fly, but I think Kinsbale Skirmisher might be a little bit more interesting for us. I'm not sure if we're even going to need double Heliod's Pilgrim at this point. We really only have one aura, and it's Oppressive Ray, so might be able to get out of that. Alright, Pegasus number 2 is good, but there's also Paragon of Open Graves, so let's count our black creatures. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's a little bit too much to just look over, but then again, Sungrace Pegasus alongside the Pride Mate's a big game. I'm going to take the Lord anyway. This guy, he's just good. We definitely have enough black creatures. I like how it just straight up makes Zoffshade like a hill giant at least, so makes him good. Giving death touches. Oh, that's not what I was expecting. Let's maybe we just dump the pilgrims and go straight Paragon plan. Can probably get behind that. It's a lot of 4-drops, I guess, but maybe we don't need to play double Zoffshade either. Wow, late Swiftclaw, that's nice. I guess I should at least mention Soulmender since it works well with Pride Mate, pumping it every turn, but yeah, we're going to slam a Swiftclaw for sure. Constricting Sliver number 2 does give us a 4th 6-drops, which admittedly is expensive, but I'm still going to take it over the... I guess Carrion Crow fits our curve better, but Constricting Sliver is just too good, in my opinion, to pass up. That's just very, very solid removal. And I think let's cut the Oppressive Rays, because we have enough cheap stuff where I don't need to mess around with that. Let's definitely take the Sliver, but maybe we can cut the Tyrant's Machine. Not that it's bad, but probably don't need it. Alright. Necrobite at 3 is fine. Sacred Armory, I could play it. I can get behind Sacred Armory, give it a try. I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet, and I have a feeling I might like it. I kind of like what it does for your combat situations. You know, most people play spells post-combat, so you get to attack with all your mana open. If you got a Sacred Armory out, all your creatures suddenly are more lethal. So it makes blocking situations more complicated for your opponent. Hot Soup seems fine. Don't think we're going to play it, but whatever. Guess we can take the Blast Firebolt number 2. Jeez. Pillar of Light Wield. We'll take that. Sure. Alright. So we don't need to main deck the Pillar of Light. We can pretty easily sideboard it. I like the deck. I mean, it's hard to complain about a deck when you got double Ob Nixilis. With a sack outlet, no less, so making him even better. So we need to make some cuts. Why don't we separate out our deck right now? We've got 18 creatures, 24 cards. I think we can cut one of our 4-drops, so let's cut one of the Shades. I mentioned earlier that they're not that good in multiples anyway, so that makes sense to me. I guess it kind of sucks that all of our 2-drops are white since we got the double black Paragon. I guess that's sort of an issue. But we just didn't get any cheap black creatures. I don't know. There's no way around that, I guess. Just got a lot of good early white creatures. So I don't think I've done black-white yet in this format, so this should be interesting. Overall assessment of the deck. I think it's pretty good. Double Ulcerate is fine since we actually have some life gain to mitigate it in Bloodhost and Sungrace Pegasus. Double Flesh to Dust is of course great. Double Constricting Sliver is pretty insane as well. So our removal suit of 6 cards is all pretty good. And then Double Ob Nixilis, of course, very good. Haven't gotten a chance to play with him yet, but certainly can't imagine him being bad. And yeah, not much else to say. So let's run it like this, and I'll see you guys round 1. Oh wait, I better add lands first, huh? Makes sense. Sort by color, so more black than white. Seems simple enough. I don't know about that. I guess we do actually need double black, whereas we don't need double white. So I can more comfortably do, I guess, all my white spells are early though, which makes me think maybe, I think actually 9/8's going to be what we want. We don't need the double black until late, and we should really see double black with 9 sources anyway. And I need to make sure that I'm hitting my white for my early white spells. All right, I'll see you guys round 1.